So we've just completed the recording for what we called a digital troublemaker course. Akash, in a few words, what do you think a digital troublemaker really is? What's the essence of a digital troublemaker for you?
Well, I have a story for that. I am really, truly, or was, I'm still would like to carry that badge, a troublemaker. I remember 20 years ago, ending up on a construction site in the US and telling the construction people coming from Europe with a pretty harsh accent as well, that what they are doing is just wrong. It's not right. It's not buildable. And it was causing quite a big trouble on site. Luckily, I had my sponsor. I had the owner behind me saying that, well, this guy and his team is doing the right thing. So let's pause the construction. Let's wait till the digital deliverables tell that we can go, we have the green light and we can build. And in the end, it was a success story. I really enjoyed being part of that project. And in the end, again, it was actually a true success story with everyone involved. So we made allies. We made allies with the construction teams as well, with the site management as well. So even though it started pretty rough, in the end, we built a story together and we built a successful project. So for me, the digital troublemaker is something like that, something around that. So finding the problem and bringing a solution for that problem and building the support around you so actually it can be carried out.
I love it. Yeah. So you can't do that alone. Yeah. And that's part of this course is sharing that actually the reason for having a business case is to get executive leadership support. The reason to have a training plan is to get the teams that are wanting to do the right thing able to actually commit and do the right thing because they've got the right training. And it all involves the integration and the opportunity that this digital transformation offers about, yes, going for 3D rather than 2D, but also about integrating workflows. And that's, I think, sometimes a missed part in every time we as an industry, we want to finish a project. We've got pressures on us to be able to do the things that we've been doing today and historically, but just doing them faster. And what I always kind of find, doing the wrong thing really, really well is not the solution. It's actually requiring a more integrated, a more collaborative approach to get to agreement, to get to an automated approach that can be achieved in less administration time and more time to commit to actually doing the right thing. So yeah, I like the combination of in digital transformation, this fact that is, it's about people, it's about process, it's about technology, it's about all of those things. It's about leadership, it's about change, it's about culture. There's so much to think about. And that's what, for us, creating this course is trying to help instigate. Bharti, what's your view on digital troublemaking? What do you think aspects of a digital troublemaker are?
I see a digital troublemaker as someone who just can't accept this is how we have always done it as a real answer. They are the ones who spot small problems before they become big ones. And they ask the hard questions. They look for smart answers to work, but they are not just pointing out issues. They are trying to fix them. It's not about making noise. It's about making real progress.
Yep. Yeah, you have this burning desire to improve things. And in our industry, the word change is almost a swear word. It's difficult because we're always, as we mentioned in the course, big projects, complex processes, multiple teams, multiple phases, really intricate design, cost impacts. And we've got such fine margins, such tight deadlines, such challenging situations. And every project, even though they're built mostly with the same components, they're different. Every project is unique in its outcome. And yeah, to be able to get there, to be able to do that, you need that desire, you need that willingness to say, there might be a better way. And I think the challenge that a lot of the digital troublemakers in our industry face is getting from that burning desire. And it's really difficult to have all of these different aspects in your wheelhouse and in your capability. To be somebody that knows what's wrong, that's a quality. How to fix it is another quality. Having design experience, having construction experience, having change management experience, having culture and having communication experience. Like, how do you put all of those things together so that people can actually make a change? Because it takes a lot of different aspects to understand what needs to happen, how it needs to happen, and really follow through with that and implementation. I've struggled in the past myself. And I think that one of the biggest realizations that from my experience was it's not a people thing. People do want to do the right thing. And it's not usually an understanding or a technical capability. Because we've been creating, and I thought that a more simple one-page BIM execution plan was going to be the solution to everything. But actually, it was more about the collaborative and the communication and actually integrating workflows. Because whenever, in the examples that we shared, whenever you create a document, and if it's one person creating the document, and it's in a Word document that then gets PDF, gets sent around to 20 people to get comments on, then it's a burden for you to ingest and ingest, change those, make updates. And then at the end result, when that PDF gets regenerated and uploaded to an FTP or CDE site, the whole history of that in communication and agreement is completely gone. It's disbanded. It's not attached to the original agreement. And so when you lose that, you lose accountability and you lose that opportunity to have a reuse of all of those pieces of knowledge that have accumulated through a project. So giving that opportunity and reducing the administrative burden, as we've seen, by 80%, it gives an opportunity for the projects to actually truly align, collaborate. Teams can actually agree on something before they go and do it. It's actually integrated into people's workflows. The information requirements that are generated are machine readable so that they can be automatically checked. That whole workflow makes it a lot easier for digital troublemakers like us to actually get to an outcome and have people follow a better workflow. Because people do want to improve. They do want to get better. They do want to do the right thing. But when we make it so incredibly difficult to do the right thing, doing the wrong thing really, really well, we'll just make do and we'll just keep on doing it the old way. So, yeah. What about if there was one thing that you could pull from the Digital Troublemaker course? What would that be that would be the essential ingredient or something that you would like to communicate with teams? What would you say, Akash, as being one thing that comes from the course that people should make sure that they take note of?
I think being confident, that is not just coming easily, that comes with some experience. And that experience can be real project experience, but you can also build that going through some trainings. And once you go through that training, once you live through these problems yourselves a little bit, then you can lead your change, lead your team with a much bigger confidence. And that's what it really is needed. Because this is, after all, going to be a communication. It's going to be a sales process as well. You have to convince your peers. You have to convince your management. And it can only happen if they truly believe that your solution is going to bring a change. And you have to confidently show it to your entire organization.
Yeah, absolutely. And being able to, as you said there, sell this, because it takes buy-in from executive leadership. It takes buy-in from the teams that are implementing. And yeah, being able to communicate that it's going to be better, the other side of this, is a really important part of that. Yep, I love it. Bharti, what about you? Anything that sticks out in the course that you think is worth people taking note of?
Honestly, in this industry, the word change feels like a swear word sometimes. Projects are already tough. We are dealing with massive teams and complicated processes and with tight budgets and crazy deadlines. Even though most projects use the same materials or same systems, every single one feels different. So when you add change on top of that, it's just so bad and so hard. And sometimes it even feel risky. That's why a real change needs to be structured and practical. Otherwise, it's just going to be chaos. So we have that structured and practical in our course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, having done the hard work, I think one of the things that people have really enjoyed about having out-of-the-box templates in the application in Planoly is that everyone kind of has a desire to have a better workflow, a better template, a better this, but everyone's got projects to get on with and do. And it's a very project and a very silo-based industry. That's our industry. So giving people the starting point, we've seen really great results when people are actually starting with a template of their own, maybe complementing that with a template that's been created and curated by over 400 teams in the industry. So this is really the benefit. And the same thing is happening here with a business case that's aligned exactly with digital transformation and a training plan with a whole series of already done for you training. So instead of you having to go and, for example, read all of the ISO 19650 standards yourself, and then everybody in your company read them, and then you create your own training plan for how to onboard and how to get people up to speed, not just in basics of BIM, but also in ISO 19650 and how the workflows and integrations, and what is a master information delivery plan, and how do you understand how to respond to an EIR? All of those things, instead of you having to do them yourself, having a starting point. So yeah, the training associated with all of those other prerequisite trainings and the path that we have provided is helping teams already. We've seen, I think there's 1,000 reviews, 5-star reviews on the first of our training programs, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, like that feels so rewarding to hear the feedback, and putting it all together is really difficult. So hopefully the hard work that the team has done on creating something in a structured way that can be put in place and something that teams can start with straight away is going to be a benefit to a lot of people out there. So thank you for being with us. Thank you for following along, and thank you for all the feedback so that we can improve the training for others. Anything that you have, we are here to listen, whether it's about the training, whether it's about the platform, whether it's about the support that we can provide everyone in the industry. We're here to help. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.